Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we have several questions there answered, and then of course now we're just gonna go quickly here against does your involvements with corruption failed Salesforce, and why that today Salesforce is sitting condition 10,000 capacity entrance. Okay, what make London the star? Okay, for sure that is respect for my city, and then the fence. What make you a fan? Okay, that could be particularly the introductions of you, and who acts first must immediately clearly introduce herself or himself before any other measurements. Okay, what do you have in your sales force? Of course, that could be the brands for sales, how to introduce them. That could be the Salesforce measurements. If it come to measurements, if it's come to different sitting condition, 10,000 entrance capacities, that could be the measurements you should include in your resumes if you are really looking for handshake. Which things these London stars don't? Yeah, could be the hospital policies for doctors, and then outbreak policy or outbreak disease policies for doctors, non cell force, whatsoever the case may be, and then try the hospital for that when it come to apply. Okay, when cell force failed, and then close still find again, and then stay home, of course. That is the priorities. And then why do you want to bother me, or why do you want to give your burden to me if the cell force is already ordered to close? That's your cell force, and then I don't know how your cell force was closed down. So unless yourself you have the clear introductions, that's when I can help you understand your cell force ideas, and then I can be able to conclude if it's resistantly I was interested in your product, and then you found your product is what I want, and then you sat there, and then you're asking me not my question. I went to Salesforce entrance. I'm not using none other things I've come to buy. That is a Salesforce. uh, as that is a Salesforce. Okay, so when Salesforce failed, and then close still find again, and then stay home. That's what we said. Who is driving Salesforce into marketplaces or squares? And then why is Salesforce using market entries once they failed market tax collections from their self offices? That is when the Salesforce collected. Instead the fee for that particular product is $1. That's when they double $1 to $2 is to become a corruptions. And then I'm not the sale office. I'm not even the guy there. I don't work even up there. Whatever I do work in public library, and then my name is still there in the city plaza. What I know, I'm a regular user. I'm using my tactics which I was using to go there. That is my laziness tactics which I'm using. So doesn't involve much questions, and then I don't want to talk about it. I was there. Everybody there know my face. That's all I do. So you should be aware. If you are new to that area, don't bother me. You should not be bothering me. So I don't want to interfere myself, and then I don't want to involve myself very much with you guys over that particular areas. So that is the when addition you are tackling your cell force, and then your collection is overdue, or your collection is addition is you're trying to double everything there, and then it doesn't work for me, doesn't work for the other guy, and then doesn't work for another guy. And then you are particularly maybe how you deal with that sell office, and then how the sell office took away that interest I paid to you, and then you wanna eat it, and then they find you were seated at home, you sat at home somewhere there, and then now you want to eat that money, And then now you go, they say come to our office, our cell office. And then why you should go to their cell office if you want to eat that interest you cut from me? It's not me. And then you're gonna ask me, you have to ask the sales force. If they refuse, don't sit there even bothering the customers again, which you overtake the money from, What make edition sell force today sitting by market entrance, and why? Collection from high authorities failed. Collections on which Salesforce hide the ideas of Salesforce by trending a new Salesforce on outbreak diseases which are not Salesforce nor non-self duties, but are hospital duties for hospital nurses and doctors. Backlogs was the backlog to high authorities intensely worst for such sitters begging from most entries. So indeed, a customer paid this one Salesforce the charges, but the point was veiled as denial to obtain wasn't there to the Salesforce. What can you do? Your Salesforce, you collect the money from the customer. The customers claimed the money was collected very wrong to the sales departments within that particular stores, and then they have arguments, and then you are seated home there. You want to drink out of that money, out of that $2 the customer pays, and then their $1 back. You don't want to be returned to them urgently. And then what do you expect is the differences affecting the both backlogging cases there. So London Star, did the Salesforce traveled? If you are London Star, did the Salesforce really traveled? Does anyone in the Salesforce households travel to another countries to exchange Canadian plans on Salesforce? Of which our YouTubers currently decided a failure to such a Salesforce group. Does our YouTubers, where we are watching, either we watch Sabalo in Nigeria, and then we watch this one, Maya in another country, Kenya, and then travel to Nigeria, and then went to another countries, and then do we watch this one, the president travel from his countries to another country to another countries, and then does those people involved, and then do they involve with the participant you send from Canada to another countries? How is the interactions between those areas? How is those interactions affecting those guys? Is the interactions affecting condition Asia? If we have a YouTuber from Asia and then we watch this one, we watch a product introductions. How is it made from Asia? How is it made in USA? How is it made in UK? How is it made in Europe? How is the product really affecting that particular travelers which is involved as a family member of the Salesforce in London, or who reside within the Glara Mall city, Glara Mall City Plaza area, and then travel to these countries, and then how is it hindering? I have a letter with the how is it made. I have a comment with the how is it made. How was it the situation affecting that particular individuals? That the letter or that the comment I put down there isolated you from your regular office, which is the second floor or wherever in the cell departments, and then force you to come and now looking for trouble with all the 10,000 capacity entrants to be bothered, to be messed off. Who has traveled the elderly edition? USA, Africa, UK, Europe, Brazil, Australia, Asia. Indeed, you are Salesforce. Please answer. Is Salesforce seeing Wayne Hassan to be an enemy in his or her self environment every day, or is Wayne Hassan does his tone very poor and very easy for you to mess with, nor is nor is this opportunity when Hassan as is it on poverty granted you. If you cannot get it clear, I can go and go again with that. Is self-forcing Wayne Hassan as is it on to be an enemy in his self-environment every day, or is Wayne Hassan as is it on very poor and very easy to be very poor and very easy for you to mess with? Nor is this opportunity Wayne Hassan as is it on poverty granted you? Is Wayne Hassan as is it on the YouTuber high authority? As according to your different self-force situation, how do you really compare yourself to before London Stars? Or from 1 to 10, where are you seeing yourself? Before you made these decisions of sitting at 10,000 city places entrance capacities with its 600,000 residential populations, how are those really hindering you? That you were affected, that you have outbreak measurements, and then that to expose to people, so that the little bit go very sick, so that you return to that country, you won't longer resist another existence of getting condition fired. So overview, that is just that regard, and those are the clearance, of course, on that areas that we found are too critical for the self force. You are in self force. That is a very big area. That is 10,000 capacity entrance, and then if you are messing it, Of course, yeah, I'm a black skinned. I come from Africa. Yes, I'm not born in Canada is giving a bad name to the Canadian reputations, business reputations. That's why you are seeing yourself very greedy there. Your business is very greedy. It's no longer too good. If I spoke like this to the foreigners watch it. Yeah, how do you expect you can be isolated? You can isolate yourself very, very, very intensively. Your visitation is very interrupted and very confused and very damped. Whatever you take a military to Ukraine, it's not going to solve that case as a Canadian. It's not a safe thing. What is safe in business? Reasoning, maturing, self-introductions, self-respect, from one individual to another individual. So you should know my business. I should know your business, understand your business, so that I can bid it for you, so that you can bid my personal business ideas, and then we combine it. We become a team. So that's when you travel there. I don't care. I can support you. And then you want a support from me. You're going to make me sick to support you. If you put me on a seat bed and then you expect you can still survive over that country, you won't survive. What is my future intentions? I have my own opinions. You have your own opinions. What are your addition? Your personal idea. You are you. I'm me. I do me. You do you. That's your case.